Vivian Joy here, and I'm here to help you thrive. Thrive Thursday. And I have people often say to me, you run multiple businesses, you have like loads of clients, you run loads of programs, you run retreats, you do all sorts like retreat days, you do all sorts of stuff, and you always seem to be in your hot tub and you always seem to be out. How do you fit it all in? I talk often about productivity, about time management, as I'm sure other coaches do. This is kind of 101 stuff, because if you're wasting your time, don't mean investing your time, by the way, and other things, I mean wasting your time to avoid stuff, then you're never going to enjoy stuff. And so I have a strategy. I say I have it, I learned it, decided it, created it. It may be a hodgepodge of a load of stuff, but anyway, it's an interesting study, which you can do now. I want you to grab a pad and pen. Thrive, I try and get you to do a bit of deep structure work, because that's what we do in my She Thrives Mastermind, my coaching, intensive coaching program. I want you to grab a pad and pen, and I want you to divide the paper. This is always good fun, isn't it, right? I don't know why. I want you to divide the paper into 3 columns. So have it horizontally and divide it into 3 columns. And I want you to write 8, 8, 8 at the top of it. And it symbolizes 8 hours of work, 8 hours of play or leisure, whatever you want to call it, and 8 hours of sleep. And you may not have spotted that equals 24, which is how many we all have, unless anyone's managed to find extra time in their life. Please, you can come and do a podcast for me if you have. So we've got 8 hours, and we can put them into sections. Now, I want you to start to look at your life now. Do you sleep for 8 hours is my first question. So I put it at the end, because some people, and I know some people, say, Vivian, I'm lucky if I get 4 hours, in which case, then actually, what happens with the other 4 hours that sit in that last 8 sleep category? What are you doing? Are you laying trying to sleep? Are you doing other stuff? Are you worrying about the stuff you haven't done? What happens in that category? Then I want you to look at the beginning. So the work, career, business, whatever you want to call that, I don't care. This is the bit where you earn whatever you need, income, impact, get satisfaction, fulfillment, fill your bank account, whatever you do with work and career and business. And 8 hours. And I want you to be honest with yourself and say, Vivian, do I work 8 hours? Now, some of you will say 8, I work more like 18. Some of you go, I'm kind of a little bit of an avoider. The whole point of starting my business was not to work the 8-hour day that we kind of have to do when we've got a job, just over broke, as they call it. And so actually, I'm probably more about 3 hours. In which case, what are you doing with the other 5? And actually, if you're an 18-hour day worker, then you're going to have a massive gap in the middle column, which is leisure. And then I want you to look at your leisure column. Leisure, pleasure, joy, fulfillment, relaxation, whatever you call that, anything that's not sleep or work. And how long do you spend here, and how? So if you want to do a bit of a time motion study for yourself, how are you investing, spending? And you can split these columns into 2, into investing or spending. What's the difference? One is investing. So for example, if I'm a bit stressed or I'm a bit overworked, which sometimes happens because I have a very focused career and I spend a lot of my time fully in the energy and in the power with clients continuously. So my brain just needs a rest. So if I spend an hour watching back-to-back episodes of Friends in my leisure column, it doesn't go in the wasting time. It goes in the investing time. Because I'm investing time in letting my brain have a rest so that the next time I do something, it feels different, yeah? But if I'm avoiding stuff actively by sitting watching back-to-back episodes of Friends or whatever I'm watching, relocation, home programs, all that sort of crap, whatever you watch, I don't know, whatever you watch, not my judgment call, then be honest with yourself. Am I investing or am I wasting? How am I using my time? And you can do the same with sleep as well. If you're having bad sleep, you can even have bad sleep. You know, if you're drinking a bottle of wine before you go to sleep, you're probably not getting the best sleep. Not a judgment call from me as well, been there. And also the work. If you are pretending, and I know this because I hear this a lot, you're sitting at your desk for 8 hours, but what you're really doing is faffing around on Facebook or fiddling around moving emails into folders. How productive is this time? So the 888 strategy on your piece of paper. Be honest with yourself. And there's loads and loads and loads of apps out there that you can measure your time. There's one called Toggl. There's loads. Somebody told me about another one yesterday, where you can actually click when you start something, click when you finish it, and you can categorize it. So you'll start to understand, even on your time or your leisure. You know, if you're expecting to be successful and you sit and watching soap operas for 4 hours, what is the benefit of doing that in your leisure time when you could be doing something different? Think about active relaxation and avoidance relaxation. These are really powerful. If you want to know more about that, you want to understand more about that, how you can use your time to thrive rather than kind of hide or survive or stay stuck, then I'm happy to have a conversation with you. And I'm sure by now you know you can do that on any of my social platforms. Get in touch on my website. There's all sorts of different ways you can work with me. And I look forward to helping you understand you a bit more each day.